There's this new thing called AI.
AI is artificial intelligence.
It's all anyone wants to talk about.
AI.
Right now is the time to harness the availability of AI.
This is the greatest technology I have ever seen.
The type of innovations that we're seeing are mind-blowing.
We're trying to make death optional.
I'm building a drone company.
I call him Brobot. We're definitely in a gold rush.
People don't even want to create billion-dollar companies. They're talking about trillion-dollar companies here.
$1 billion company is not interesting for us.
How can I extract as much gold as possible? So what if we hosted the
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Smash a like, and in this video I'm going to talk about two projects that are intertwined in changing the way we look at decentralized computing and decentralized storage. In other words, two projects that intersect AI and DePin. And in my opinion, these two projects, one being obviously more established, been around since 2019, that's Arweave, and the other one being AO the computer, the new kid on the block that has a massive ambitions. Of course, there are risks to everything, but I believe in Tau, I believe in Arweave, and I do believe AO the computer with its parallel computing processes could have a massive ramification on how we actually think about a single supercomputer. Early days, but hear me out. So currently, AI and DePin, right, in my opinion, are the only other two sectors outside of RWA that have a life-changing impact on both our financial outcomes in the future, and I think they will also be the first $1 trillion sectors within crypto, in my opinion. And I do genuinely mean that, because if you have Bitcoin over $1 trillion, I think one day Ethereum gets there, it's already half of that, and you will have a single block of a what I would consider multiple projects or a category of cryptocurrencies that exceed that $1 trillion market valuation. And that is coming to decentralized AI and decentralized DePin. And together, I believe that will make a lot of people rich. Not promising you anything, but it will make a lot of people a good amount of money. One of the problems that we've had in any cycle, and in particular this cycle, is the lack of fundamental projects to basically pump. And that takes out a lot of people, right? So whether it's Tau, whether it's Arweave is right now the most undervalued cryptocurrency in all of crypto. Fully diluted, great tokenomics, Sam Williams at the head, who is an absolute genius, yet the project is around $3, $4, $5, which is where it was back in 2022's bear market. It doesn't make sense. So basically, when you think of AO the computer, and you know, when you think of a hyper parallelized computing, or a single computer that does a lot of things, people don't really understand it. It's not as sexy as saying Billy the Goat or you know, I don't know, Pengu or whatever, right? Decentralized computing at a scale is not easy to understand. And that's okay. We're not here to understand all the processes, but what we are here to do is to break down fundamentally, what the project is doing. Is it a real project? Does it have longevity? Can I make money as an investor in the long term? And although that last one is very difficult sometimes to predict in crypto, because everything does go up and down, it is a new highly volatile you know, industry that's barely 15 years old. So you do have those challenges, but let me give you 4 reasons as to why AO is different. So A is built on Arweave's permanent storage. And you may be thinking, Arweave's permanent, you know, Arweave's never done anything yet. Guys, people like Instagram, Meta build on Arweave. Solana actually has or stores its NFTs on Arweave, trusted by the likes of Meta. So we can definitely argue, yes, the narrative may not be sexy, but when it hits, it will hit, and it will hit very hard, right? So let's look at the four processes. So messaging a computational request or the messaging unit, the MU, is vital. So this is number one, where you send a user sends the message. Number two, the message unit posts this message into the Arweave ledger, creating a permanent record. Number three, the schedule unit or the SU sees the message and assigns it an order to it, right? And number four, any process unit or the PU unit that's interested in picking up this message computes the results very, very quickly, and it basically puts it back into Arweave. So you have inputs and outputs stored permanently on the permaweb. And that's why it's just like hyper-parallelized computational power processes and resolution. So far, they've sent 2.7 million messages, or billion rather. So there's a lot of processes going on. And if you want to learn more, you could obviously follow the project on X. You know, of course, they've got a very new, they've got a good team, but of course they post a lot and they are very active. So yeah, you can follow this on the X page. You can see plenty of examples of the ecosystem. But I do believe both of them, Arweave and AO, in the near future will become very important projects that don't dissipate and don't disappear. And of course, with this guy at the helm, I think this is a genuine team, a genuine trust is there. Whether it absolutely takes off, it's anyone's guess, but I'm doing the work to understand what I want my money to do in 5 years, for example. Yes, this cycle, I'll be happy to take a pump, but I want to see what this market shapes out to be, because I believe crypto is just only starting right now in its grand descent. Okay. So is AO perfect? Not really. No crypto is. It's still very early. Key challenges remain. Adoption and ensuring economic incentives for builders to be able to attract more developers to build over there. That's always the case. But the vision is absolutely staggering. Make no mistake about it. AO is not just any other blockchain. It is an attempt to build a global unified computing layer that treats the entire internet as one single computer. And that is the overall vision. Now let's hear about the big man here.
Fairness and equal access are at the core of what the crypto revolution was always supposed to be. Over the years, though, our industry has drifted from these principles. With AO, we want to offer an entirely new structure for token distributions. In this structure, there are 0 pre-allocations. That means 0 pre-sales, actually sales of any kind, 0 unlocks, 0 advisors, and 0 dumping on retail. There's 0 preferential access to AO tokens of any kind. This is a radically different take on token distribution. Instead, 100% of the tokens are given to the community, split into 2 equal parts. First, Arweave token holders, whose holdings incentivize the security of AO's base layer, Arweave. Second, for bridging assets into AO in order to incentivize economic growth. The token mint for AO uses a single immutable monetary policy, modeled directly after Bitcoin.
Absolutely.
Fairness and equal access.
Look, that is absolutely key. But where are we right now? Is this a good time to buy AO? And I certainly think so. This is the lowest AO's ever been. That is absolutely insane. $4 and some change. That's ridiculous, right? That is absolutely... that is absolutely ridiculous. I think it's incredibly undervalued in my opinion. And of course, the current price is also reflective of the market cap, which is 16 million. Like Sam said, there's no pre-allocations. There's none of that. There's no monkey business there. It's just a really straightforward, fully diluted, you know, the supply goes up over time and the max supply here is 21 million. And so far, in my opinion, this is the cheapest it's ever been. Now, if you look at because it's a micro cap, volume here is just $400,000. Very, very low. And the chart, you can see here, you can buy it on all major exchanges like Bybit, which recently listed this. You could buy it on, you could buy it on the likes of Gate, Mexi. I mean, these are the top, top kind of, exchanges that you need to look at. But I would honestly say, if you look at the depth right now, right? If you buy $1,642 on this on Bybit, the price impact here would be around 2%. If you sell a small amount, which is around $280, you make the price impact of dumping the price by 2%. So inherently, it's very risky. It's very small. And there's a reason why I always highlight this, because what this gives us is the depth of the market. This is one of the strongest indications of a market movement, right? You can see what exchanges to buy it from. And right now, the best exchange with the most volume and liquidity is definitely Bybit. Mexi is also decent, but these will be the kind of 3 or 4 exchanges I would actually buy AO from. Okay, so like he said, Bitcoin tokenomics, AO the computer, in my opinion, is going some places. Check it out. Not financial advice. Anything I say in this video is for my own research. And of course, you shouldn't, crypto is dangerous, as you know. But the other side is also very interesting. Now, could we get a further price discount for Arweave? I can't believe I'm saying this, but Arweave is back at bear market levels. The volume is down, although it's up in the last 24 hours, but 44 million for Arweave. 200 million is a bear market price. And of course, volume to market cap here, 17%. But look at this. Look at this. Total supply, circulating supply. No one's dumping, fully diluted valuation and current circulating. This is absolute insanity. And the price of Arweave is under $4. So if we look at on a technical level, if you look at, if you start to look at where cryptos are in general, you're starting to see key projects here at an absolute low prices. This is ridiculous. You've got Sui here. What's Sui's price? $2.50. Look at Say. Say's dipping under 20 cents. Guys, this is not, I repeat, if the prices continue to fall, these are bear market prices. And I can already show you ones that are incredibly undervalued here. Like I think Chainlink under, Chainlink under the $20 mark is crazy, right? You have Say here, that's about to dip under 20 cents. Sui could dip below $2 if we continue. And look at Near Protocol. Near Protocol could actually go back down and be as low as $2 or even $1.40 again, where that wick was. The market is very shaky right now. You could see this whole entire price performance is ridiculous. So take my lead in terms of how to structure a portfolio. Get yourself some really good, important projects like your Arweaves, your AOs, fundamentally some things that you'd say, I'm a whale in 5 years' time, right? Take a longer term view in this game. But my advice is crypto is currently undervalued. There are amazing opportunities to become multimillionaires, but we shouldn't look at the price at the end of the day. I think what we should look at is what is this project doing to influence and change people's lives in the market. All right. Let me know if you hold Arweave. Let me know if you hold AO. This is a very important video, in my opinion. You should give it the like that it warrants. I'll catch you on the next one. Legends, like, subscribe, and share. See you on the next one.